is going to be story time about how I found out my ex-husband got remarried 3 weeks after our divorce was finalized and 2 days after trying to win me back, like taking me out to dinner. So we got married when I was 16 and he was 22, I think, when we got married. And
What?
it was just not great all out from the beginning.
That's
Obviously, we only
crazy.
got married to keep him out of prison because he got me pregnant underage. And he had me lying to his whole family about my age. So, like, his whole family did not know that I was underage, but he was very controlling, like, from the second I met him. And so I didn't really have the capacity to really even think for myself. And, like, look back now at, like, poems I wrote and, like, things I wrote at that age. I was so young and naive. Like, I can really see how easy it was for him to, like, get into my brain and convince me to do these things. Like, now I would never. And I've always been, like, pretty strong-willed and everything. So it's crazy how, like, abusive relationships work. But he was very, like, mentally controlling, and he cheated on me all the time, and it was just like all around just not a good relationship. So by the time I was 18, I was just ready to be done, and I had told him, like, around, I was like 17, I guess, when my daughter turned 1, and I had told him, like, I am going to leave you. But the thing is, when you get married under 18, you cannot get divorced until you're 18, because legally you are not your own person. So basically, when I got married to him at 16, it basically just made me his dependent. So I couldn't file anything in the courts until I was 18. So I honestly was just waiting it out. And he started doing a little better from, like, the time my daughter turned 1, which was in July, until that December when I turned 18. He was doing his best. I really do think he was doing his best. He just is not very good at relationships. And so, in that February, I was already ready to leave him, and then he got in a really bad wreck. And during the wreck and everything, I did my best to, like, stand by him, but, like, it really did change him too, and it didn't change him for the better. Like, at the time, it, like, took everything that I was okay with about how he treated me, and it took that away because he started acting completely differently. And now, actually, like, years later, like, he is back to being more of his normal self. So I will give him the benefit of the doubt there. But anyways, so I decided, when he had been in this wreck, it was like the first period of time in like 3 years that I was able to even think for myself, because I didn't have, like, his influence convincing me of different things. Because even when he wasn't around me, I would always be thinking of how he would react to things and how he would, like, treat me and treat my daughter. And so I was always doing what I thought he wanted me to do, no matter what, even if he wasn't around. And so when he was unconscious in the hospital, it was the first time I ever was able to think for myself. And so at that point, I made the decision, like, this is not healthy for me, this isn't healthy for my daughter, and I need to leave him. So I waited until all of his surgeries and everything, and he was good to go. Like, I knew he wasn't going to die, and I knew that he had a support system because he has a huge family, and I knew everyone was going to be there to help him. And then after all that, it was like end of May when I finally left him. And so then we were split up the whole summer, and we got the divorce finalized by October. And I think I got my divorce papers in the mail, like, the week of, like, November 1st. So this whole time, though, like, he's still trying to win me back. Like, he's still constantly trying to, like, take me out on dates and, like, love bomb me and convince me that we need to get back together. Like, even in, like, the court ordered parenting class, like, he's, like, on me trying to get back together. And I was not having it. Like, I was seeing a different guy. We weren't, like, dating, but, like, I was seeing him, and I was like, I'm done with you. Like, I don't want anything to do with a relationship with you. Like, we can cope.
Okay, by the way, guys, this is a crazy story. This is a crazy story. First of all, isn't it illegal for a 22-year-old get a 16-year-old pregnant? I just want to know, like, what do you think? Let me know in the comment. I think that's illegal for them to get married, like, or to even have a child. Like, that's crazy. Anyway, let's keep it pushing.
Parent, like, that's it. And that's the place I was at. But so basically, like, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, he convinces me that we need to go out to dinner so we can talk about things, we can talk about co-parenting and blah blah blah. He picks me up for dinner, and the entire car ride is just him berating me. And then we get to dinner, and he's just berating me the whole time about my relationship with this guy and all these different things, and how everything's my fault, and his whole life sucks because of me, and just, like, screaming at me in the car on the way home. So I was, like, literally got home crying. Okay, so this is Wednesday night. Then my daughter goes to his house the next day for Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving weekend. At least I think it was Thanksgiving weekend. I know it was definitely end of November. It might not have been exactly Thanksgiving. So he comes back Sunday to drop my daughter off, and he walks in the door, and basically as soon as he gets there, he's like talking to me like normal, like nothing's happened. And my mom gets a phone call from one of her really good friends that her daughter married him on Friday. And she comes in and asks him, like, hey, did you get married on Friday? And he's like, no. So obviously he denies it right away. And we're just confused because, like, at first we're like, okay, there's no way he just got married, because like he hasn't even been dating anyone, and like he was just trying to win me back 2 days ago. So like, why would he be getting married? So we were honestly just confused. And so then my mom's still on the phone with her friend, and the friend's like, no, like I have video footage of him getting married, and like to my daughter, and her daughter was like the same age as me, so she was 18 too. And so we're just like, he's literally looking at us like, no, I didn't get married. And so then my mom's like, okay, well, do you know this girl, the girl that he like was supposed to have gotten married to? And he's like, no, never heard of her, never met her. And like comes out later, they for sure got married, you know. And so but he's like he's denying it, and like I think they lied about it for a little bit, but as soon as like we knew there was proof, I knew he got married. And I told him, like, I literally don't care if you got married, like I'm glad you got married, like I want you to move on, because I was hoping he would just like move on from me, you know, and not want to be trying to get me back still. So it was just super crazy. And then for it to be one of my mom's friend's daughters, like honestly I was relieved. Like I was so relieved, because in my opinion, like it was better that I knew like somebody was going to be taking care of my daughter, like that there was going to be another adult there at all times. And so I really was not upset about him getting married at all, but I just thought it was so crazy, because literally 2 days before he was trying to get me to get back with him. So that just kind of shows you the kind of person he is. But they were married for I think a couple years and had a daughter, so my daughter has a little sister. So it's just craziness.
So, guys, this is a crazy story, by the way, but I believe that women hate it when their exes move on, right? Because they cannot stop making videos about them. They cannot stop talking about them. They cannot stop talking about their new wives, their ex-husbands' new wives, right? And they're sitting here acting nonchalant and like, I don't care if you're getting married, you should get married, I want you to move on. That's a lie, bro. We all know that's a lie. That's a lie. They lying, bro. They lying. You know what I'm saying? Deep inside, it hurts them. It eats them. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel good deep inside, right? That's why they making videos. Because if you didn't care, you wouldn't even go on social media and make a video about it. I mean, I understand that, most women want clout and they want to get likes and whatever. They want to blow up, they want to go viral. I understand. But deep down, whatever that drives them to talk about, because, I mean, you can do whatever to go viral, right? There's a lot of things. You can get into dance challenges. You can do whatever to go viral, right? Why do you choose to talk about your ex? Like, why do you choose to talk about your ex? Anyway, that's it for today. My name is RJ Godfella, and this is the RJ Godfella Chess. Now, if you like this type of content, please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button as well. Peace. I'm out.